Greetings, YouTube. I'm coming to you with a collective pick-a-power reading. If you selected this video, then you are Power 1. So, first we're going to get started off with some channel songs for you all. I will leave these songs linked in the bio, in the description. If you haven't already, please like, share, comment if you like, and subscribe. Make sure you press the bell notification to all. So the first channel song for you all is Beautiful by Soulchild. The second channeled song is You, Me, and He by Mtume. And like I said, I will link these songs down below. So, and excuse me if I sound nasally. My allergies are acting crazy. So, with my sinuses. First, from the Moonology Oracle, you received a new romantic cycle begins. You could be a Libra. You could have Libra in your chart, or you may know someone who's a Libra. Next, we have you're very close to achieving your goal. Moving on, we have the Gateway of Light Activation Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. The first card you all received is Heart of Source, and this talks about all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. The second card you all received is Hathor Light Codes, and this talks about light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. Thirdly, you received Thoth, Thoth, light codes, and this talks about light initiation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. Next, we have the Rose Oracle, and from this oracle you received Release the Petals, and this talks about transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, and all change. Okay. Next, you receive from the Rose Oracle the card Held, Held, and this talks about sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, and community. Next, you received the Great Mother from the Rose Oracle, and this talks about surrender to the mystery and fall into her arms. Next, we have the Spiritual Warfare Oracle, and from this oracle you guys received the Elixir and Mixtures card, and this says, this is the art of altering the cellular structure of water in order to induce changes within the physical body upon ingestion. This includes adding crystals to water, plant essences, tinctures, and more. Berries and herbal teas in the sense that cellular changes to the water are subtle, yet create immense change eternally. Okay? So Spirit is basically suggesting that you add, like they have like crystal water bottles. So Spirit is suggesting that you can add crystals to your water, or drink lots of herbal teas. Okay? Next, from the Spiritual Warfare Oracle, you received relationships. And this says, this is a sign that whoever is sending you attacks is attempting to disrupt your relationships, whether it be with a love interest, family member, friends, or your own children. Spiritual attacks on relationships are the most common and usually done out of jealousy. This can also indicate that the attacks could be someone you are in relation to, or because of someone you are in a relationship with, or are relation with. Okay, so all I can say as far as this, make sure you're protecting yourself. Okay, make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure that you are remaining loyal to your spirit team, because yeah, they will help protect you, guide you, and aid you. Okay. Next, we have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, the first card you guys received is the card Autumn. And this says, release the old and rest. The second card says, Guardian Angel, you're not alone. The third card says, Direction Guardian, choose your path. Okay. Next, we have the Starcodes Astro Oracle. And the first card, and this is a new deck that I got. Okay, so I'm going to read these off to you guys. So, the first card you received was the Conjunction, which talks about alliance, and this is card 51. And once again, this is from the Starcodes Astro Oracle. So, it says, co-conspire, find people and allies who support your ideas, as this is not a situation in which go at it alone. Bring in someone with an extra skill to offer to your project. Find the best friends to discuss your concerns with, or spark off new partnerships. So it says, be wary of relationships that ask you to shrink yourself to fit them, and value the conjunction over individual growth. And then it says, a conjunction can become greater than the sum of the parts. Okay, so basically Spirit is saying, find people or allies who support your ideas, like-minded people, and those who don't expect for you to down yourself or shrink yourself to fit what they want. Okay, because it's all about growth. It's all about growth. And if you're remaining in the same place after so long, something is wrong. Okay. The next card you guys received was Saturn, and this talks about structure, and this is card 24. So this says, Saturn asks you to step into the next level of maturity and personal authority. Think of Saturn as a martial arts master who pushes you to grow through workouts, discipline, and tests that allow you to prove what you know, both to yourself and others. So it says, be careful not to cling to old conceptions of success or hold on to a brittle system that restricts potential and leaves people discouraged. Next it says, the ancestors call you to wisdom and maturity, to know your gifts and limitations. This process may be initiation, a test that empowers you. Okay? So basically from this, I am receiving to not be sucked in by the matrix way of thinking, okay, or the matrix way, or like in life, you never stop learning. You could never stop gaining knowledge, enough knowledge, okay? And that knowledge that you gain, you can, once you break free of the mental entrapment of the matrix, that knowledge that you gain, you can apply it to your daily life. Okay? And you will feel more free and abundant. Okay? And always remember, abundance is not always financial. Okay? To me, when I think of abundance, a financial falls somewhere in there, but I think about health, I think about wisdom, I think about just growth. I think about being abundant in growth, and love, and then comes the abundant in what you do business wise. You could be an entrepreneur, abundant in just making your customers happy, or just being feeling abundant, but not always relying or thinking material wise. Okay, it's best for you to feel abundant before that material aspect, comes into play. Okay, and me personally, I was somebody who had to learn that. Okay, because when I initially, started my journey and I'm hearing abundance, I was thinking about financial. Okay, but just know abundance does not financial does not sum up the word abundance, and vice versa. Okay, so next we have 22, and this talks about Mars and motion. Okay, so it says Mars urges you to take action, any action, but this can get you in trouble. Jump into motion, but stay in the driver's seat and think through the consequences of your moves. Okay, it says Mars is raw energy, and like the motor of a fine sports car, it can take you far if you add wisdom and guidance. Okay, Mars wants you to develop your strength and bravery, so work out and develop muscles or rescue the proverbial underdog. Okay, it says domineering willfulness, misuse of sexuality, anger, belligerence, and a warlike mentality are the shadow side of Mars. Break the momentum if your situation heads downhill. Stop for a moment and think through your next move. Okay. It says the higher note of Mars energy manifests as a divine guardian, your potent inner first responder who is ready to be the hero in dangerous situations and protect you and yours. So, yesterday I had heard a message. I was watching somebody on YouTube, and Spirit has said the message was like, if you feel as if you're angry, angry, depressed, anxiety, just, in kind of like or uncertainty, all these things. So just stop, relax, rest, rejuvenate yourself and give it to God. Okay, so this was the message, just let go, control, and just hand it over to God. Okay, and basically that's what I'm picking up with this message, from that's talking about Mars and motion. So once again, if you're feeling in a place of anxiety, if you're feeling in a place of depression, uncertainty, just in a messed up mood, every day people are not happy-go-lucky. You understand? You're not always in a positive mood. So if you're feeling, that energy coming on, just relax, rest, rejuvenate, and let go. Give it to God. Okay, ask God for help. Ask your angels, your ancestors. Tell them to, just clear this out of your mind, clear it out of your energy. Okay, and then too, we know with the spiritual warfare that's going on now, a lot of your feelings or your thoughts may not be your feelings or your thoughts. Okay, it could be people projecting their feelings and their thoughts, their opinions onto you. Okay, so don't accept that shit. Clear your aura, clear your energy, and return it to sender. Okay. Next we have the romance angels, and from the romance angels, you guys receive, the first card says retreat, and it says it's time to distance from the world. Okay, next we have you receive the healing family issues, and it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And then the next message, Spirit had came through and said healing your generational lineage and or karma. Okay, and I've spoke on my channel before about healing karmic debts. Okay, the debt of you, the debt of your ancestors, the debt of your offspring. Get you ancestor money. Okay, and honor your ancestors. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. how important it is to honor your ancestors. I can't stress it enough. Okay, so you can find ancestor money on Amazon. Okay, for those that may be listening and you're religious, just know you have to honor your ancestors. You should be honoring your ancestors. Okay, and this may step on some people's toes, but Spirit is telling me to say this. When you go to church, you give your tithe. Okay, you support your pastor. You take care of your pastor. Correct. Honor your ancestors. This country, this whatever, was built off the backs of your ancestors. Why aren't you honoring them? Next, we have, you received the card Flirt, and it says, extend your light-hearted energy to others. Okay? Next, we have these new oracle cards that I created, and it's basically what Spirit wants you to know. So, the first card you guys received says, material world, only love lasts eternally. Okay, so this goes back to when I was talking about abundance. Okay, know that abundance is not material. Okay, and I'm hearing spiritual. Spirit is telling me to say spiritual abundance as well. Okay, spiritual abundance is way more important than material. What's of this material world. Okay. And that goes back to me talking about honoring your ancestors, because you're giving to them, okay? And as above, so below, okay? And even now, like a lot of my karmic, if not all, I'm healing my lineage. I'm healing my lineage. I still give ancestor money, and I will continue to give my ancestors money and offerings. Okay, and like I said, nothing about it is demonic. My thing is, this is what they, and I'm just gonna say they, wanted you all to think, and y'all have to come out of that. Those who know you, this message is not for you. You know what I'm saying right now is not for you, but those who don't know, y'all need to come out of that way of thinking. Pull yourself out of that way of thinking, because your ancestors need you. Okay, and they're trying to work for you on your best. They have your best interests at heart. Know that. Next we have chances. Demonstrate faith in self. And then we have understand. Prioritize your spiritual mindset. Okay, and that goes back to me talking about changing up your mindset. Okay, y'all have to pull yourself out of this caged mentality, because that's what it is. It is a caged mentality. Like I said before, those of you who know already, this part of this message is not for you. But those that don't know, y'all got to bring it together. Y'all got to bring it together. Y'all have to wake up. Okay, so that's all the messages that I have for you, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely, if you would like, you can always take notes or just revisit the video. I hope you all are having an amazing and blessed day, and I will talk to you all later.